Wah, wah, wah!
By now, most of us have read or watched some form of A Christmas Carol, originally written by Charles Dickens. This 1843 classic has been retold in many ways, often maintaining the same elements, characters, and story progression as the original. But few are as bizarre as trying to shoehorn the story into the Mario universe, and that's exactly what we're going to be covering today. This is Wario's Christmas Story from Club Nintendo, the German version of Nintendo Power. A multitude of wacky Mario comics were created for this magazine, and for those of us who live in the United States, we may have never known that they existed. Thankfully, the awesome team over at Open Train translated these comics, so we can enjoy them today. A big shout out to Cryomancer and PPA for their efforts, alongside anyone else who helped out. Without further ado though, let's see what this iconic holiday tale has to offer. Wario's Christmas Story. Right off the bat, we see a jolly Santa-themed Wario. In the background, we are able to see that Wario owns a bomb store. It looks like people can come here to purchase a variety of themed explosives for all occasions. What better clerk to run this store than good old Bomberman? Also, for some reason, Kirby's locked in a cage in the background. I have no idea why, but he's there. Anyways, Bomberman constantly gets harassed by his boss Wario for taking breaks. When someone stops in and inquires about a surprise bomb they ordered, Wario has to get a little creative. Side note here, this character is Kid Clown, who had his own line of games. Wario, for some reason, decides it's a good idea to paint Kirby, and put a fuse on him as if he's a bomb. He then offloads this package to Kid Clown, despite knowing it is going to upset the customer. I'm honestly surprised this shop isn't out of business already. Kid Clown goes home, and an angry Kirby jumps out. Meanwhile, back at the store, Bomberman asks for a vacation, and immediately gets fired because of it. I find this super silly because it looks like Wario is firing Bomberman, and kicking him out of the store. Yet when Wario leaves, Bomberman looks like he'll be the one who closes up the shop. This plays a role later in the comic too. Nighttime falls across the land, and Wario is at home dreaming of money, power, and woman. Not surprising for his character at all. Suddenly though, a floating toad enters the room and wakes up Wario. This toad is the ghost of the past. As if Toad as a character wasn't terrifying enough. Wario is of course horrified, and then Toad uses his magic wand. Oh my god, just look at this artwork. There's like an optical illusion that makes it look like Toad has a bird beak, because his tongue and roof of his mouth are the same color. Anyways, Toad then shows Wario his past. We see a scene that takes place at a beach, with a toddler Wario and Mario building sandcastles. Despite building a large cityscape, people loved Mario's creation more because he was a nicer person. Fast forward to high school prom. Yes, Wario, Peach, and Mario all went to high school together. The deepest Mario lore surfaces. While at prom, Peach only danced with Mario, and Wario was left heartbroken. This was once again because he was not a nice person. Also, Mario looks creepy without a mustache. It also looks like he has no arms in this photo. In the next panel, a mouthless Toad looks down in disdain at our grief-struck villain. Suddenly though, the ghost of present appears, which is none other than Link. He shows Wario what the people of today think of him, starting with Bomberman, who is now wearing a blue suit. This is also strange because Bomberman says he doesn't have any money to buy presents for his friends. But today is Christmas Eve in relation to the story, and it's already nighttime. Meaning even if he was fired today, he would have had to buy his presents ahead of time, due to stores being closed at this hour, and he wouldn't have his actual paycheck regardless. Also, pay attention to his location right now. That will play a role later. Link then swings Wario over to Kid Clown's house. Kirby and Kid Clown are shown throwing darts at a photo of Wario's head. Wario begins to have a mental breakdown, but not before the Grim Reaper shows up. The ghost of the future makes an appearance, and whisks Wario on a trip to a local store in the future. We see two kids asking the clerk if they have any Wario games. The clerk states that no one cares about that mean guy anymore. They then seek out a Mario game while Wario freaks out in the background. Before Wario knows it, he immediately appears on a hill, with a lone tombstone at the top. The tombstone is in bad shape and has Wario's name written on it. Wario then awakens in his bed, while the ghost of the future threatens to return if Wario doesn't change his ways. Completely freaked out and sweating profusely, Wario explodes out of his house, claiming he's going to change and make up for everything. Fast forward to Bomberman getting his job back, who is still at the store despite being fired and shown at his own home. Wario then prepares cookies for Kid Clown and Kirby, and races off before they see it was him. How Clown eats these cookies without a mouth is beyond me. After all was said and done though, Wario was still lonely. He went over Mario's house as a last-ditch effort to share the holidays with others. And to his surprise, Mario lets him in. Quote, "Hello Mario, I know I was evil, but I'll change." Well, I'm convinced. The whole Mario crew then celebrates the holidays together, as the comic comes to a close. It states that Wario did change, but for how long he remained kind, it is uncertain. Also, it looks like Peach has lost her mind. Just throwing that out there. So all in all, we have a classic retelling of A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. However, this video game world twist is by far one of the craziest versions I've ever witnessed. The fact that people were buying bombs for the holidays alone is quite bizarre, but the addition of Wario's backstory elements with the beach, their high school, and prom takes it to another level. I imagine if the roles were switched, Bomberman's terrible future would have looked a lot like this, with the redemption looking a lot like this. But now that I dumped it on all of you, I'd of course love to hear your thoughts. What was your favorite part of the comic? Does the thought of Toad appearing in your house sound like the most terrifying fever dream? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Wait! Okay, special announcement time. I started consistently uploading to SwankyBox Live, my second channel, with all sorts of nostalgic content. Ever wonder about that inaccessible train in the sky in Super Mario Galaxy? Or how about climbing 25,000 feet above Outside Island, on an invisible ladder in Wind Waker? If you love my take in older video games, I'm now finally consistently uploading new videos on that channel. This is a lot of new stuff you probably won't find anywhere else. In order to help it grow though, I need your help. Please head over to SwankyBox Live and subscribe if you want to see more of that content. You can click the eye icon in the top right corner, or wait for the buttons at the end of this video. I have like 100 video ideas that I can't wait to bring to life. Your support is super appreciated, and I hope you like the new style of videos. And with that, I hope you enjoyed this Wario holiday twist, and a grand happy holidays to all of you. Go and spend some time with those you care about, or I suppose you could continue watching YouTube. No shame there. Thanks for watching guys and gals, and until my next video, cheers.